All right, Metcalf, another day, 30 and 30. We've reached, I believe, less than 10 days to college basketball's back. So this is getting really juicy with some of these names we've got remaining on the list. And today we're talking about someone that I'm incredibly high on. I love this kid. I'm pumped out of my mind to watch him this year. I think people are starting to get on. We're starting to get a fan club going, and I think people are buying memberships now. We're getting really excited about it. But going to UConn, Braylon Mullins, listed by UConn's team website at 6'6", 196. The kid shoots the cover off the ball, Metcalf, but really talented. With a lot of these prospects, I've said really talented. It's mainly because I'm just so excited. But there's a lot of stuff to really like with Braylon Mullins, and I think people are starting to kind of get in on buying into like, oh, wait, this isn't just a shooter. This is a basketball player that can really play the game in a high level. So what do you like about Braylon Mullins? What do you think is the sales pitch to someone that's struggling to buy in?
Why? It's when you get a guy with his size who shoots the way he does, and in 20 games in AAU, and like 42% from three. Along with that, he also had 23 dunks. So like, good athlete. Like, and the fact that he can shoot like that and really space the floor and draw those closeouts, but also do it in a way that's not just spotting up. Like, his off-ball movement is already like he's been playing in college basketball for like 4 years. There are guys in the pros who don't move as well as he does off the ball, running off screens, DHOs, running in transition, the way that he just knows exactly how his defender is trailing him and chasing him through screens. He just innately knows, it's like, all right, now I'm going to sink back into the corner. Now I'm going to curl back middle because I know he's right on my shoulder. So I'm going to curl off the screen and go and now attack the rim instead of going out to three. There's just so much nuance and IQ and feel in his off-ball scoring and his off-ball creation that is really special and really rare for someone who's an incoming freshman.
Yeah, and if you're a draft fan that watched, and you can correct me, Metcalf, if I'm wrong, but if you're a draft fan that watched closely last year with UConn, or if you're a UConn fan, you might be like, oh gosh, okay, another shooter, another white guy, because we love to do the white guy stuff.
He's Ben Affleck.
Yeah, if you're white, you're Ben Affleck. Shout out role models. So I think you might go, hey, this is Liam McNeely again. No. This is, in my opinion, this is a little bit more of the Jordan Hawkins flavor of like movement shooter, but I think this is a better shooter with better balance than Hawkins was. And I also think there's a lot more versatility than Jordan had. But Mullins, man, he's, like you mentioned, athletic. He can go up and throw down lobs, backdoor. He's also just so intelligent. And it's one of those guys that looks like just a disaster to have to guard because he runs you all over the place. And then when he runs you, it's lightning quick fundamentals that are, consistent. It's a beautiful shot. It doesn't need much. You just can see easily like, oh, Mullins has nastiness to his game. So let me just read off some stats because people like stats and I like to share those numbers. These will kind of get people excited. Going off of high school stats, we're just going to say the points and the numbers. No percentages right now because I'm going off max preps, which they make me do math. So 32.9 points per game, 7.2 rebounds, 4.2 assists, 3.7 steals, 1.1 blocks per game. You give me that, I'm taking him top 3. Kidding. But Metcalf, the kid just, I really like him. The more I've watched, the more I'm diving all the way in. I'm really pumped on his potential. Calm me down. What do you need to see this year from Braylon Mullins that really can, like, what is a weakness with his game or something you're like, hey, I really like him, but I'm still needing to see how this looks this year because also this is going to be a really good UConn team. I like this team a lot better than last year. I think they got really good depth and pieces all over, but what do you need to see from Mullins to really get you like, hey, I'm going to bat for him as one of these top, 10 picks potentially?
Yeah. Two things. More kind of playmaking reads, or a little more disciplined reads. Like, I think there's some good vision there. I think there's some, like, I don't think he's like just like, I think he's a way better passer than Jordan Hawkins, not quite as good as Liam McNeely. Like, we're talking about both those guys because they were two of these kind of similar archetypes from the last couple of years. And I feel like in terms of shooting, off ball movement, athleticism. He's kind of like a mix of the two. Like he's not quite as good of a passer as Liam, but he's better than Hawkins. I don't think he's, that kind of stuff. So I think there's a lot of upside there. I think he's a smart passer. It's just a little more consistency with the accuracy and the speed of that decision making. But typically, I mean, like when the ball swings to him, and he's so good working off of his pivot foot and using jab steps to either set up a screen or get the defender leaning one way or the other. And he's not a slow decision maker necessarily, but just with the passing stuff, it's not typically like his first instinct, and nor should it be. But I just would like to see that speed up a little bit and just be a little bit more consistent. Other than that, is there any in between game? I like how athletic he is getting to the rim. I'd like to see him get a little stronger. That'll come in time. He's a teenager. But like when we look at his AAU numbers, of his 102 2-point field goal attempts, 15 of them came off the bounce. So it's like, all right, when you attack closeouts, because you're going to draw a ton of them, defenses are going to try and run you off the line constantly. What is there? Is there a legitimate scoring game still there? Because in those situations, when he generates, 3-on-2 advantages or stuff like that on the weak side, that's where I think the passing shines the most. But I still have a lot of questions with all right, can he just take like a 2-dribble mid-range pull-up or drop in a floater consistently, that kind of stuff? I think he can. Just need to see it.
Hey, this isn't also just like a name we're bringing up out of nowhere of like, hey, generating some buzz. Like Braylon Mullins has been a well-known name that really plays basketball. I mean, hey, we talk about a lot of prospects that have won Mr. Basketball as a high school prospect, but when you win it in the state of Indiana, it carries a little bit more weight because of how big, and that's what Braylon Mullins did last year. I'm with you. Legit shooter, really dangerous off-ball guy, smart. I think there's some good defense stuff. I just want to see
defense rocks.
His defense. Yeah, so it's not like, he's an offensive. Defender. Yeah, he's very good defender. He's feisty. I think if anything, they're going to have to tone him back a little bit, which is great. But you check a lot of boxes with Braylon Mullins. If he can also showcase like, hey, now the 3-point shot's creating the pull-up jumper and stuff, we're going to get really dangerous in a hurry. So it's going to be a fun one. But any last thoughts on Braylon Mullins?
Yeah, and just the defense. It's really, really good. Like I know the initial assumption is like, oh, white shooter, not a good athlete, can't defend. Not the case at all. Very good athlete, very good defender, and he moves his feet really well. There are some instances where it's like, oh, is the foot speed fast enough? I'm not too worried about it because he plays physical. The fundamentals are great. And then even off ball, like he's really attentive, great at communicating switches, rotations, all that kind of stuff. So I know the instinct is to be like, can't defend. Let's target him. Don't do it. Don't do it. The ones who will probably have the most success against him are guys who are just bigger and stronger than him and can back him down or just kind of bully ball him a little bit. I think that will get corrected in time, but his fundamentals, his instincts, communication, they're really, really good on that end of the floor too.
I love that he's with UConn. I think it's going to be a fantastic fit for him this year. I think this is going to be another prospect where it's like he could have 25 in a game because he gets red hot, or we're looking at the film and more impressed than maybe the box score. And that's just more saying UConn's team is going to have a lot of depth and versatility this year. So he might not have games where he's having, big time numbers.
Yeah.
But he's going to get on the floor because this is what Braylon Mullins is. He plays the right way. He's smart. He's a team asset that also can get, he got red hot and he's made, 3 of his last 4 shots from deep. So I'm excited to see what he can do this year. Right? This is one of those prospects that I'm like, man, this might be one of my guys this year, but I'm excited to see what he can do. So, all right, another one bites the dust. 30 and 30 marches on, 30 prospects in 30 days. This has been a fun segment on our YouTube channel at No Ceilings NBA. Go check it out. This has been a fun segment to do for you guys. And thanks for all of the positive words we've gotten. We've got a lot of support on this. So check it out. Like, subscribe. We've got only a couple more. We're marching on. So talk to you guys soon and take care.